Hey everybody, it's your girl Lady Couture, the voice of all media diva. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, please, pretty please, can you go ahead and subscribe? This will be the place where I will be, basically talking about different topics, and everything on here. So, as I directed you over here to speak about the whole Damon Dash fiasco. All right. So my good friend over in Atlanta sent me the court documents of what's going on with Damon Dash. Now, as if you all know, Damon Dash and his wife are forced to sell the assets. Now, let me just give you a little bit of a backstory. So my homegirl, she has the Mommy Network. Her and Damon Dash were partners together in certain ventures, and pretty much things went to the left. And she is suing him. Now, he was supposed to, get her the money, that, was owed and everything like that. And he didn't do what he was supposed to do. So now she had to basically take it to court, and there is a court order. Now, this court order, as you can see the document here, this was filed on May the 12th. Now, she hit me up, let me know, like, listen, she's like, hey, we got to freeze his wife's assets. I said, what? So I said, well, what the heck does that mean? So she sent me over the court documents. Now you can basically sit here, you can pause the read or whatever you want to do. So go ahead and read the document. I don't want to really read it word for word, but I can definitely give you a little bit of what's going on. So pretty much this order was dated on April the 29th of 2025. This court granted the motion of the defendant, Edwina Brooks, for sale of assets of plaintiff Raquel Horn. Now, if you don't know who Raquel Horn is Damon Dash's wife. So basically, he put the businesses or whatever in her name. That's why her assets were frozen. Now, the assets of the plaintiff Raquel Horn at a public auction pursuant to New York CPLR, section code 5201, right? Now, this is to basically satisfy approximately, now listen to this total, $78,289.57 plus interest awarded by this court and the Second Circuit in favor of Brooks. So basically, when I was talking to her about it, and I reached back out to her now after I read the document and everything, and I said, wait a minute. I said, so basically, you know what? Hold on. All right. So let me move myself over a little bit. Now, the America New Network and the CEO by Dash.com, this website, Poppington LLC, in which Horn owns a 50% interest. Now, Brooks further seeks to execute against Horn's registered U.S. copyright, TXUOO, all that blah, 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 a book entitled Dusko Goes to Space, also pursuant to NYCPLR, section code 5201, and NYCPLR section code 5255. Now, finally, Brooks seeks to enforce against the following copyrights and interests in the films owned by Poppington LLC. Here are a list of all the films, right? Here's a list of all of that. Now, Horn's ownership interest in the above captioned assets, collectively the assets, was not challenged by any party. Now, accordingly, pursuant to the power to enforce its judgments, Peacock versus Thomas, from 1996, the court hereby orders the following, and you can pause to read. So basically, just to break it down, and after I did speak with my homegirl, Miss Brooks, I let her know. I asked her and I said, well, wait a minute. So I'm like, clearly, what does this mean? Like, is it that his wife has to basically put everything in an auction and sell everything and pretty much give you the money to basically make up for the $78,000? Now, she stated that the other creditors are going to take the cash. She said the only thing that she wants is the network. And I was like, well, you know what? That makes sense. Because, honestly, if she were to take the cash, she really wouldn't get that much, I don't think. Or she would get it because, it's like basically with the other creditors, she would get that. But she doesn't want the money. So she said, you know what? Let me take the networks. Let me do what I want. Let me make my money back that way, or whatever the case may be, which is completely fine. Baby, when I tell you Damon Dash needs to be worried about this instead of trying to be worried about Jay-Z and making up these lies and following behind Jaguar Wright, sir, you're in a whole lawsuit where you're clearly about to lose everything. And the thing of it was that he was pretty much getting back on the up and up. And now we have this. Well, make sure you stay tuned. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll be back with any more updates. Peace.